If you're in the market for a semi-DIY, super affordable home security system, then it's time you took a closer look at Wyze. Yeah, Wyze. They already make super cheap, super awesome home security cameras, and for not much more, you can now add professional home monitoring. Yep, it's a new week and yet another product release from Wyze. In this video, I'm going to break down what their new offering is and their new products released. And man, it's getting hard to keep up. Hey, it's Andy. Welcome back. If you're new here on this channel, I talk about tech news, reviews, and tutorials, so please consider subscribing. And I release a new video every week, so be sure to hit that bell so you get notified. We all know Wyze to be a electronics device maker that offers feature-rich smart home devices at super affordable prices. Their value proposition is hard to beat as their stuff is just so cheap, easy to use, and it's just great. Their latest offering is some new devices that they're pairing with a new service called Wyze Home Monitoring. They also released an outdoor plug, so let's jump in because by the end of this video, they might just release more stuff. But first, I need to comment on Wyze's release schedule here. I mean, they can't keep this up, right? In a recent video, I talked about the Wyze watch, and even though it was made available for pre-order well before it was available for delivery, I think Wyze was just trying to capitalize on a hot wearables market segment that saw huge growth in 2020. But what about all the other devices they've released in the past year? We had the Wyze Band earlier in 2020, the Wyze Cam Outdoor, then the robot vacuum, a smart sprinkler controller, and the new Wyze Cam V3. And somewhere in the shuffle, they also released some noise canceling headphones, a smart thermostat, door lock, and doorbell. Plus, they already had smart bulbs, indoor plugs, and a connected scale in their lineup. With all these things, it's not really clear what their strategy is. Just be the do everything cheap device maker? I think it's more than that. Maybe they just want to flood the market with uber cheap connected devices and then enhance them with paid for services. And this isn't very far-fetched. They've already had their Cam Plus, which is a cloud-powered AI service that provides people detection over objects for their cameras. They've introduced the new Sprinkler Plus service that enhances their connected sprinkler controller with hyper-local weather data, among other things. And now with home monitoring system, you can add professional home monitoring at a very affordable price. Wyze Home Monitoring comes in at only $5 a month, beating out some of the other well-known players in this area, notably Ring, SimpliSafe, and I'm going to include Nest Aware. SimpliSafe starts at $15 a month, Ring at $10 a month, and Nest Aware coming in starting at $6 a month, but that doesn't even include professional monitoring. The major difference here is Ring and SimpliSafe hire and train the operators that are standing by and monitoring your home. Wyze, on the other hand, has partnered up with a nationwide professional home monitoring service, Noonlight. Noonlight is a nationwide platform for professional security monitoring and law enforcement dispatching. The monitoring center they use is UL listed, TMA 5 Diamond certified, and bidirectionally redundant. Now, I don't know what any of that means, but I know Noonlight has been around for 5 years and they're starting to make some strategic partnerships with some of the well-known brands out there. They are a professional safety monitoring service for individuals, and they have a unique service offering that compare their monitoring services with certain apps for use, for example, in your smart home. A good example is you could subscribe to Noonlight if you are a Tinder user, and by pairing the two, your discrete meetups are now a little safer because you have the ability to alert the service of your meetup or if you're in distress. Noonlight also offers full-service emergency response APIs that allow you to use their service with a bunch of apps and smart home devices, including your phone and even your Apple Watch. So you could simply call for help from your phone if you're in distress, or trigger an alarm from your Apple Watch, or Wyze claims if you're in a car accident, they can automatically detect that and send for help. They don't tell you exactly how that automatic crash detection works, but the interesting part here is if you were to subscribe directly to Noonlight, if you were a a tinkerer, very heavy DIYer, and wanted to add professional home monitoring to your smart home, that would cost you $10 a month. But if you bought Wyze Home Monitoring, it will only cost you $5 a month. And with that, you get that 24/7 professional home monitoring from Noonlight, and Wyze will send you, at the time of this recording, the core starter kit for free. And this includes a rebranded WyzeSense hub that has a built-in siren and a 10-hour rechargeable backup battery, 2 contact sensors, a keypad, and a motion sensor, all of which run on either AA or AAA batteries. So if you're worried about that additional cost, you can simply buy rechargeables and not even have to worry about it. This will also work with any Wyze Cam you already own, and comes included with 1 Cam Plus license to enhance the people detection over object detection. If you wanted to put Cam Plus on your other cameras, you will have to pay additional cost, but Wyze says that if you're a Wyze Home Monitoring subscriber, additional Cam Plus licenses will come at a discount. Coming later, Wyze says they will include a leak and temperature sensor and integrations with their lock and thermostat. There is no mention of their integration with their Wyze doorbell, but this is a hardwired camera essentially, so I imagine it just fits right into the mix here. And of course, like everything else Wyze, you access everything through the app, including the ability to arm and disarm the system, view video feeds and status, and get those critical alerts. There is no long-term contracts. You can cancel anytime, and Wyze even claims there's potential for you to even get a homeowner's insurance discount. But with every great system, there is a couple of drawbacks. This Wyze Home Monitoring system comes in at an extremely low price, so they are missing a few things out there that maybe some people might be looking for. Number one, there is no cellular connection backup on this system, so if you were to have an emergency at the same time that your internet went down, then this system is no use to you. Although Wyze claims that the likelihood of those two things occurring at the same time is probably low, and I think that's probably right. I think the reason is they're just trying to keep costs down. The hardware cost and the cost to you don't have to pay an additional cellular subscription service here to keep that connection alive. It also cannot protect your home from fire or water damage at this time, although Wyze says they plan to expand their services offering at a later time. And oddly enough, you cannot share access to your Wyze Home Monitoring system. It is limited to 1 account. So this may not be too limiting because you do get that keypad so others can arm and disarm, but only 1 account will get those critical alerts. So the way that Noonlight works is if an alarm was triggered, Noonlight will text and or call, and if you do not respond, you have a personal PIN number. If you respond with your PIN so they know it was you, to maybe say it was a false alarm or everything's fine, they will, if they do not hear from you, they will then send emergency responders. So this is limited to 1 account, so unless you share your login credentials with others, only 1 person is going to get those alerts. Also, at time of release, you can only use this service for a single location. So if you're looking to add a low-cost professional monitoring system to maybe a vacation property or something, you would then have to just set up another account and pay the additional $5 a month for that other location. Wyze said also they're planning to roll this in at a later time, so we'll see when that happens. If you did purchase the WyzeSense version 1, yes, the WyzeSense version 1 has now been retired. That's that one that I did the video review on here, but you can't buy it anymore. This is the one with the hub plugged into the Wyze Cam V2 and came with motion sensors and door sensors. This is not compatible with the Wyze Home Monitoring system, so if you wanted to convert to the Wyze Home Monitoring, you will have to change all your hardware. But if you don't want to do that, you can still use the WyzeSense V1 as you do today. So Wyze says they're famous for making great technology available to everyone, and for $5 a month, they're continuing that trend. If you have been thinking about adding a professionally monitored home security system to your home, this is an option you can try with little commitment and not much cost. You can try it free for 30 days, and if you don't like it, you just send the hardware back and go on your merry way. I don't know yet if I'm gonna give it a try. I'm a very DIY person, but again, for $5 a month, the risk here is low. They might even lure me in the door, but if I do get it, you can expect a full review video. Okay, we have more to talk about, but if you're getting any value out of this video, I'd sure appreciate it if you share that with me by hitting that like button or drop me a comment and letting me know down below. Around the same time Wyze announced their Wyze Home Monitoring system, they also released another gadget, this time an outdoor plug. I was looking for more options here, so I think they read my mind, maybe yours too. They already offered indoor smart plugs that came in a 2-pack for $15 plus shipping, and the outdoor plug comes in, it's 2 outlets, a 2-to-1 outlet. So it plugs into one outlet on one side, then you get 2 individual controllable outlets on the other side, going for $10 plus shipping. So very cheap. Same trend as the rest of their stuff. This is for use on a 15 amp circuit. Both, as I said, both outlets are individually controlled and even have physical buttons on the unit that you could turn them on and off. Of course, it's an outdoor plug, so it's IP64 weather resistant and has built-in energy monitoring and is compatible for use with your Madam A or Google assistants. You know, I wonder why none of Wyze's stuff is HomeKit compatible, and I'm willing to bet it's that Apple tax that is the constraint here. It's likely Apple charges some licensing fee or something to slap the HomeKit name on there. Okay, also on this thing, there's a built-in dusk to dawn ambient light sensor. So a neat little feature, you could schedule your lights or whatever you're plugging in around, and this will connect to your 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi as most other smart home devices do. This is not a device that is compatible with the Wyze Home Monitoring system, but if you're looking to add to your smart home on the outside for only $10 plus shipping, this is a very cheap option to continue to add on. At the time of this video, this is another Wyze pre-order only device, so you can buy it now, but who knows when you'll get it. Okay, that's it for new Wyze devices. And man, if they keep this up, we're gonna be talking again very soon. Thanks for watching. See you next time.